to another edition of Black Male Advice TV. I'm your host, Ringo. Make sure you click the like button, subscribe, and support the content.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of Black Male Advice TV. I'm your host, Ringo, and we are back with another one. Get the likes up on the video as you come into the show. We got a lot to talk about. We're dealing with the topic, very interesting topic. Why all men should avoid state marriage. As you come into the room, remember, get the likes up on the video. Very important that you do that. Also, I would like to say, make sure you tune in to Pastor Dowell's channel and watch his video titled Marriage, the Real Truth. I put a link, it should be in the chat. You can check out that particular video when you have a chance. I'm going to pin the message so that you can pretty much see it at the top there. Make sure you check out that video. Now, I'm going to share my thoughts about a lot of things because I was watching his video, so it pretty much inspired me to come back and make this particular video here. We talked about these things several times already, but I want to talk about it more. So, what do we have to talk about? Well, I'm glad you asked that question. State marriage. Marriage in general. Why you brothers need to avoid it. It's one of those topics that mainly a lot of women hate. We don't really care what they hate at the end of the day. We're going to talk about the issues. See, here on this platform, I'm not thirsty. I really don't care how many of these women don't like me. I don't care how many of these content creator females don't like me. I'm going to speak the truth regardless how they feel. We're going to put it out there. Now, we're dealing with state marriage and why all men should avoid it like the plague. All right? We're going to deal with a couple of things. We're going to get right to the point and not waste your time. Number one, I have a list. I'm going to pretty much talk about it. And I need for you brothers to pay attention because we want to make sure that you brothers don't get caught and become a victim to what women want to trap you in. Now, you heard me talk about the topic on polygyny 1,000 times. A lot of these women, they hate that topic because they want to try to trap you under a monogamous marriage so that the state can have control, so that they can take all your resources and destroy your life in the process. I'm going to give you several different things on why you need to avoid state marriage completely. Like, I'm talking about don't even marry a woman under the system. Ever. Don't ever do it. All right? See, we got to talk about these issues because modern women, they're not fit to be wives in today's day. It's a bad economy when it comes to choosing a woman to wife up. This has been tried and tested. I've tested the market and I realized that modern women are not fit. They're not built to be wives. They're more fit to be jump offs. They're more fit to be 304s. They're more fit to be side pieces, women that you just kind of, to just meet up with them, hook up, have some fun with, whatever the case is, and then you just let them go back on their way. But when it comes to being an actual wife, being a mother to children, respecting herself, you're not going to find that in today's woman. You're not going to find that. You're not going to find that. Not at all. Not today. So let's talk about these particular issues. Number one, and again, as you come into the stream, make sure you click the like button so that more people can know about the show. and they could come on over and we can all learn from this. Because a lot of you see the image over on the left side of the screen and you think that's the image of perfection. Everybody's happy. No, that woman in that white dress have a lot of problems. That represents modern women. They want you to walk them down some aisle with a white dress when their dress is stained. It's stained with the blood of all the previous guys that they were with. You're not getting purity. You're not. So when you get with her and you're trying to wife her up and you're thinking, you know, this is my wife. This is going to be the mother of my children. You have to understand that this woman was with everybody already. So why exactly are you doing that? Why are you giving her this honor when she already dishonored herself? And like Pastor said, you already had sex with her. And it's like now you're trying to do this whole ceremonial thing to feel like you're married when you have already been married. And in most cases, you're most likely in adultery, because if she was with multiple guys before you, then chances are you're basically dealing with another man's wife at this time. And these are those type of teachings a lot of people really try to avoid, because it's really bad out here. I mean, you wouldn't believe how our people are so caught up in adultery. It's unbelievable. The whole system is screwed up. You know, as men, we're supposed to deal with women when they're virgins. That's how we're supposed to deal with. Like, men in the Bible, they did not marry single moms. Men in the Bible did not marry women that had body counts through the roof. We didn't do that. We just didn't do that. That was not how we move. A woman had to be a virgin. You do understand that, right? So in today's day with this women's liberation, and they could just do whatever they want, have fun, it really messed them up. And today, it's really a bad time for any of you brothers to try to take some women down some aisle. Like, I don't recommend you brothers wife up any woman in today's day unless it's your contract that you write up. And I've been talking about this for years. That's why I said, make sure you check out Pastor Dowell's video, because he kind of gave a refresher's course on these type of studies that all men supposed to know. Like, all of you younger brothers mainly that are coming up in the game, you're supposed to know this. This is supposed to be taught in colleges. Like, young men are supposed to know not to wife up any woman under the state. But see, if you don't have the knowledge and you don't have elders that, you know, been in the game and they can coach you and direct you towards the right path, then you're going to get caught up. Then you're going to find yourself in divorce court with some woman that you thought was all in love with you, when, you know, all of that is bologna sandwich. I said this 1,000 times. You guys, you get with women for all of this love and all this romance and all of this nonsense. Listen, marriage is about building family, structure, generational wealth, and having purpose being fulfilled. Modern women today don't know what purpose means. You get with a modern woman, she see marriage as an opportunity to just get your resources. Is that what you want to sign up for? Some of you guys, you're trying to wife up a woman in order to have sex with a woman. Like, that's dumb. It don't make no sense. So, number one, all your brothers, make sure you share this with all your co-workers. Share it with your brothers. Share it with that brother that seemed to be out in these streets running rampant with women. Also, give this particular stream to that brother that's about to take a sister down the aisle. He definitely needs to see this video. You have to make sure you send that to him ASAP now. We don't want him to go through with that. He needs to get his mind renewed so that he can put that woman to the test to show where she really is. See, after this stream, none of you brothers are going to be the same anymore. And again, make sure you check out Pastor Dowell's video. It's pinned to the top of the chat. Now, number one, women divorce men at about 70%. So if you understand the stats that modern women divorce men, they file for divorce. Modern women always file for divorce at around 70%. What does that mean for you brothers? It means your marriage is not going to last. At a 70% rate, women file for divorce for petty reasons. He cheated on me. You don't got enough money. Irreconcilable differences, you name it. They do this all the time. So if you get into a marriage with a modern woman, understand that she's gonna file for divorce. So all the money that you spent on that ceremony, on rings, I don't, endorse the wedding ring, but if that's what you do, go ahead. Hey, it is what it is. But if you waste your money on some wedding band, you waste your money. All those people that attended your wedding, they were just there to freeload for the food and the drinks. None of them care about you. Wedding dresses, you paying for all these different things, spent over 20 grand. For what? And then on top of that, you went on some crazy honeymoon. What are you going on a honeymoon for when you already had sex with the woman? Makes no sense, right? You going down to the altar talking about you may now kiss the bride. I think you and her did more than kissing. But hey, it is what it is, fam. But anyway, I want to pretty much share more on this because I believe that a lot of you younger brothers, man, you really need to pay attention to this type of lesson because a lot of you are going to end up making that mistake. And we don't want you to be like the countless other brothers that have ruined their lives by walking down this path. They didn't have no elders to pull them to the side and say, hold up, young man, hold on now. I know you probably really liking this girl now, but now hold your horses now. I got to talk to you about a few things. You know what I mean? A lot of us younger brothers was stubborn and we didn't have no uncles and elder brothers to really give us the game. We didn't have our father in the house because he most likely was out there fooling around, acting the fool, or we just didn't know who he was. But I'm trying to give you young men mainly this understanding so that you don't make the mistakes that older brothers have already made. A lot of older brothers, we made mistakes already. You know what I mean? We had certain experiences that taught us things about life. So when you have brothers that come on social media and they begin to share topics like this, you have to humble yourself as a young man and look at the data and see if it has value. You know what I mean? When you see the statistics of divorces happening at the rate in today's culture, is there any incentive of a man wifing up a woman in today's day under state sanctioned marriages? Is it really benefiting to you as a man? Like, what real benefits are there for you to do that? Is the woman you're marrying, is she fit to be a wife? Listen, don't get me wrong. A lot of our sisters look good. Ain't no denying that the black woman is fine. We got that. There's a lot of fine women out here. That's not, black women don't have an issue in the are they fine department. A lot of them look good on the outside, but in the inside, they're full of dead men bones and all uncleanness. In the inside, they're not so pretty. Do you know what you're marrying? Do you know what you're getting involved with? See, when you take a woman as a wife, she gotta be good, she gotta be pure. A lot of women just look good on the surface. A lot of women just look good that they'll get you aroused, you wanna have sex with them. That's as far as it goes. But when it comes to marriage, do that woman understand divine purpose? Do she understand that she gotta be meat for the master's use? Does she understand her role? Does she follow the Most High? What kind of woman are you really getting with? So again, brothers, marriage for modern women, they divorce at about a 70% rate. You look at all of the athletes, all of the celebrities, all of the folks out in the land, their woman is always divorcing them over nonsense. The marriages are always ending. Do you want to get in that? Are you going to take that risk? Keep that in mind. Now, another thing, they don't believe in submitting to a man. Modern women do not believe in submission to a man. You look at modern women today, they don't want to submit to you. They don't believe in that. Why would you wife up a woman under those circumstances? She's not going to submit. You're not going to have no cooperation. She look good on the outside. You have sex. That's as far as your relationship goes. Brothers, modern relationships is only sex-based. This is why I laugh when women act as if though they're the bomb because they look good. You ladies don't realize just because you look good, it don't mean nothing. It just means a lot of men just want to screw you. That's it. That's as far as it goes because you got no character. You really have nothing that is wife worthy that a brother would say, you know what? I need to make this woman a wife. You understand? You don't really have anything there. And even if a brother considered you to be a wife, once a brother actually get to know where you are and how you move, we begin to look at you and say, wow, looks are very deceiving. And this is why as men, you have to actually talk to women and try to figure out where they are and how they move. This is why as a man, when you talk to a woman, you got to let her know straight up and down, what do you want her for? What's the purpose? Do you want her to be a wife? Let her know you want to make her a wife. Because once you do that, you're going to find out if she really is. Because typically women don't want to submit. In order for a woman to be a wife, she got to submit to you, which means she can't be a boss chick no more. She can't be on Hot Girl Summer no more. She's going to have to listen to what you say. She's going to have to accept you as the head of the house. Modern women don't want to do that. You taking a woman down the aisle to wife her up in today's day and she don't want to submit to you, that's a walking time bomb. You are setting yourself up for great, great distress. And if you wifed her up under state-sanctioned marriages, now the state have control over your household. Now you're in trouble. Now you're in a mess. Not only do you pay to get married to this said woman, but now in order to divorce, now you got to pay more money. And the courts are going to side with her. So now you're going to be in a whole lot of trouble. All because you got that contract. And I've been telling you brothers for a long time, you're supposed to be practicing polygyny. I don't care if you don't have no wife or no woman. You're supposed to come to a woman with the mindset of you're going to have more than one wife. And you don't wife up women under the state. You don't do it because you're setting yourself up to be under monogamy. And that's where she wants you to be so she could keep you in bondage and emasculate you the entire time. Don't fall victim to this. Stop being thirsty looking for vagina and understand that you're a man first. And as a man, you have to set standards and order. In order for a woman to respect you, she got to recognize that you're a leader. Leaders are supposed to know exactly what they want. If you want a woman, it have to be more than just vagina. As a man, yeah, you're sexually stimulated by a woman, you're supposed to be. But at the end of the day, what is the purpose of you getting with that woman? Are you there to build a family? Are you there to lead? Are you going to guide her, protect her, love, take care of? Are you going to be there for your children? Are you going to build? What is your end goal? If you're just there to screw, you're wasting everybody's time. Do you understand me? So now understand that women divorce men at 70% rate. Number two, they don't submit to men. They don't believe in that. They look at that as slavery. I'm not submitting to no man. I don't want no man. He want to control me. He want to do this. He want to do, bro, avoid women like that. That's a bad seed. It's going to be a bad deal for you. You're going to lose. We don't want you to lose. We don't want you to be sitting in your car when every time you come home from work, you got to sit in your car because you're afraid to go in that house because you know your old lady, she's a little loose cannon. She's going to start flipping out. We don't want you sitting in the car drinking and smoking cigarettes because of the stress that you're dealing with a crazy baby mama or a crazy wife. We don't want you sitting on the rooftop because you know the Bible says that it's better to dwell on the rooftop or to fight and wrestle with a dragon than to be in the same house with a crazy argumentative woman. You don't want to do that, brothers. The Bible is true. You do not want to be married to a woman that bring you nothing but stress and she's not listening. She's not obeying you. She don't believe in submitting to you. You don't want to be in the same roof, the same roof with a woman like that. Listen, the Bible says it's better to be on the roof, on the top of a bridge, or to fight a dragon. It's better to fight a dragon or a bear or wrestle with an alligator than to be in the same house with a wicked, crazy woman. You think this is a lie? Guys that already experienced this, they know the challenges. It's the worst place to be. Number one, you can never win in an argument with a woman. You do know that as men, you cannot beat a woman in an argument. And I'm talking about not an argument of logic or debate. We're talking about a woman that is argumentative and just want to fight. You're never going to win. They have endless ways of using words to provoke you to anger. That's why the Bible says it's better to be on a rooftop, because if you're in the same house with a crazy woman like that, it's going to resort to a lot of domestic issues, and we don't want you going to jail. Women have a way of trying to provoke a man to the point where you can have a reaction. All she got to do is call the cops. When she called them, black man did X, Y, and Z to wife. Oh, the cops are definitely coming for you. Even if she was the aggressor, the cops are going to lock you up, because the system always favors the woman. Always have. So do you want to sign up for that, brother? You younger brothers that you were already done planning to wife up this sister. Did you have that real talk with her? Did you find out if she's really true? Did you tell her about polygyny? Did you instruct her on what the Bible say? Or are you just trying to go through with it and then you're going to deal with the issues later on? Don't try to trick a woman or try to get involved in a marriage with a woman and you don't let that woman know where you stand up front. If you know you follow the Bible, you make a woman understand that from the jump. Make her understand polygyny from the jump. We don't need no insecure women around us. You understand me? So again, they divorce men at a 70% rate. They don't believe in submitting to a man. Number 3, they put education and career above family. Listen, this is something women have been doing for a very long time. They put education and careers above family. This is why the majority of women in their 20s and 30s, they don't find themselves being married. Why? Because they've been chasing careers, they've been chasing money, they've been chasing status. They've been taught, they've been lied to seek out these things. So by the time she's 35, pushing 40, now she's looking for a husband. It's too late. At that point, sister, you're done. It's over. You should have been wifed up in your 20s when you were in your prime and you could have popped out all those babies in your 20s. I talk about this all the time. You understand? That when a woman is in her early 20s, late teens, when she's of consenting age and she's able to go out and start her life and become a wife, that is when she have her children. So that by the time she get into her 30s, she already had about 10 years or so to bring forth children. So then by the time she's 30, if she want, she can still have kids, but if she had several kids already, she can now close up shop, focus on being a mom. She can travel, she can do different things, bounce back, get into shape, and be well pleasing to her husband. But not modern women. They don't do that. They're backwards. They decide to go get a career and education because they've been told not to depend on a man. So what do you think her mindset is as she goes into marriage? She's not trying to depend on you. Her greatest fear is that the relationship is going to die. Her backup plan is having that education and that career so that when you go, she has something to fall back on. So she already have a prenuptial agreement with herself. Women already walk into relationships and marriages with a prenup without the prenup. They already have the backup plan. Their plan is that it's going to fail. So I need to make sure I'm able to provide for myself because I don't trust that I'm going to ever be with this guy. Do you understand me? Let me give a shout out to Guando for the super chat. He says a prenup only protects assets before the marriage, not after. State marriage gives women access to your future output without her working hard to help you build the foundation. The hard part. Yeah, I've been saying that for years, that a lot of guys, they don't count the costs. They don't count the cost of what they're getting involved in. And this is why a lot of multimillionaires are suffering today, because they get with a woman that didn't build nothing with them. She just kind of came in and got the benefits of your success. And now it's like, you're out here struggling, and it's unfortunate, but that's just the way it is. But you know, the whole prenup thing, at the end of the day, I don't listen. If you have to go into a relationship and you have to do a prenup and all that other stuff as a man, you already done said and exercised that you don't trust this woman. Now, I'm not saying that you shouldn't do a prenup. It would be wise if you're a brother that have assets and different things that you have, that you protect yourself as much as the law afford you to do. We don't want to keep no loopholes for women to pretty much get around. So I suggest that you do that. At the same time, the prenup don't always protect you from everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you have children with a woman, regardless, you know, she can come get you. So you have to also factor into your own choices as a man. Like, if you get with a woman and you mate with her, you have babies, you got to be responsible for what comes with that. So having babies with a woman is very important. You got to deal with the right woman. You can't just get any old woman pregnant. There's a lot of women that we can look at from the surface and think, okay, she seems cool, but you don't really know her. You got to know how she really moves. You can't get to know a woman that fast. I mean, there's certain things you can know about her, but in order to truly know someone, to know them, you got to live with them, or at least be around them a lot to get a feel for how they move. Some people show you their face right away. Some people take off the mask and they reveal who they are, and you can learn about them instantly, depending on the circumstances. But most of us men sometimes get caught up too early, and then we pay the price. So the last thing you want to do as a man is get a woman pregnant and you didn't really know who she is and what she's really about, because you're going to struggle. So we know that women divorce at 70%. We know that they don't like to submit to men, and they chasing educations and careers, which mean they don't really have no confidence in you being a provider. When we look at our women today, they don't even see us brothers as men. They don't see us as providers. They don't see us as builders. They're constantly calling us broke. They're constantly saying, you don't got a job, you ain't ish, you ain't this. So they look down on us. So understand that their goal is to try to compete with you. And this is what we're dealing with in society. Modern women are on a mission to compete with men. They're not trying to build with you. They're not trying to be a helpmate. They're not trying to walk in their role as a wife. Their job is trying to compete with you. The last thing you need as a man is a woman that's trying to compete with you. Rather than being a help, she's trying to compete and outdo you. We don't need that in a relationship. So please avoid state-sanctioned marriage. Another thing is the state controls your house under a state marriage contract. Again, make sure you watch Pastor Dowell's video. When you get married to a woman under the state, they control your house. They control your children. They control your life. You understand me? She can go to them and literally get whatever she need. And they're going to come after you and hold you accountable, because it's like you're marrying the state too. So they control everything. You don't want to be like that. See, if you have that state marriage contract, you may be cool. Everything may be okay right now. But if there's any issues and drama in your house, all she got to do is get on the phone and let the state know, like, look, he's doing this, he's doing that. Man, they're going to come for you, man. You don't want that to happen to you, bro. Like, seriously, you don't want to get caught out there with that. Also, another thing, the women don't believe in breastfeeding children. That's another thing that I got to talk about. Modern women don't know what their breasts are for. I made a recent video where I talked about that. Modern women don't even believe in breastfeeding children no more. So your children are not going to be healthy. She don't believe in her role. See, let me explain something about breastfeeding. When women truly breastfeed children, it takes time, because they gotta get used to it. They gotta train themselves to understand how their breasts work. They have to know how to get the baby to relax and you know, get the milk properly. And the reason why a lot of women try to avoid that is because it's time consuming. It's not time consuming if you understand how to do it. It's time consuming when you don't know what you're doing. So a lot of women have breasts, but they don't even know how to use them. This is a bad thing, because when you look at animals and when you look at wildlife and dogs and cats and every other creature on the earth, everybody else know how to use their breasts to feed their young. But the most advanced species on the planet don't even know how to do that. So you got all these women all over social media with big breasts. We talk about it. You hear me joking and flirting around with different content creator females talking about their breasts. But at the end of the day, those big tits are supposed to be used to breastfeed the young. That's what it's for. That's what the Most High gave you 2 of them for. So if women are not breastfeeding, then what are they doing? What are they feeding these kids? What are they giving them? You know what I mean? A bunch of powder milk that they got from a lab? That's not going to be healthy for these kids. The kids need the breast milk because the breast milk give the children all of the nourishments needed. The way it's supposed to be, ladies, is you're supposed to eat good foods. You're supposed to consume quality meals. And then as you do that, your body will produce the milk needed to feed the babies. Do you see how that works? But how are you going to feed these babies if you're at a 9-to-5 working at a job? How are you going to feed these babies if your babies are at some daycare center? How are you going to do that? This is where the black family is being destroyed. Because if you have a child, you're never there to raise the child. And this is a problem. How are you going to raise children as a wife if you have some career somewhere and you're at a 9-to-5 and you're working some job somewhere and your time is being preoccupied with somebody else's affairs when your career should be a mom? Your career is supposed to be being a wife. Your career is supposed to be being a mother. That's your career. This is why our grandmothers of old were very successful. This is why when they were married, they had long-term marriages. This is why they stuck in there and try to keep the family together as much as they can, because the great grandmothers of old, they were equipped with what was needed to take care of the family. Today's modern women don't have none of those traits. It's a bad deal all around, bro. It's a bad deal. Y'all go take those women down the aisle if you want. It's a bad deal. Do you understand me? You're setting up yourself for trouble. This is why when I make content like this, it's not supposedly to try to put a sister down if she don't have the tools. These type of videos is to make women understand where they are so they can look back and step back and say, wow, this brother's making a lot of sense when he's speaking. At the same time, I don't like him, but at the end of the day, he is speaking the truth. It's designed to stimulate their thoughts so they can say, you know what, maybe there's some changes I need to make. Maybe this is why nothing's working for me. Yeah, that's exactly why. Because you don't have the ability to be a wife. You have the ability just to get laid. That's about it. A guy will look at you, you look cute, you look sexy, he want to sleep with you. But do he want to wife you? I don't think so. This is where the problem is. So, we list a couple of things. Divorce, they're not submitting. They put career over family. State marriage contracts. They don't breastfeed children. Another one. Women don't desire to cook or clean. Modern women don't desire to cook for you, and they don't desire to clean for you. This is a problem. This is why we have to talk about these issues. Now, you got some sisters, they got nice, clean apartments, clean homes. Shout out to those sisters. But at the end of the day, all of that looks good, ladies, when you're living by yourself. See, a lot of you sisters, you boast about how you're independent, you're able to pay your bills, you're able to do all this stuff because you're by yourself. That sounds nice. But when you actually live with a man and you have children, all of that changes. Now you're going to be put to the test. Now we're going to find out how you really are. It's one thing when you're by yourself, but when you have to cohabitate with other people and you got to now be working together for the common goal, we're going to find out who you really are. You know, it's like being at a job when you got to work with other coworkers. A lot of times people don't work well with other people. You're not really a team player. And that's how most women are in relationships. When they're separated, yeah, they could be cool. But when they have to come together, that's when the problems really start. You understand? Let me see. Couple of comments. Women. Right. All right. So now we have that there. Let me see what else we got. Hold on a second. All right. So they don't want to cook and clean. In other words, when you're in that relationship, chances are she's going to let things go. She's not going to be cleansly. It's just going to be a real problem. And we don't want you to sign up for that mess. A lot of women are doing that today. They don't keep a clean house. They don't keep a clean home. And the last thing you want to have is a woman that is dirty. You don't want that as a man. You understand? Another thing. Modern women are anti-polygyny. Brothers, listen to me very carefully. If a woman is not pro-polygyny, leave her alone. If a woman is not pro-polygyny, leave her alone. Do you hear me? You talking to a sister? If she's not pro-polygyny, leave her alone. You're wasting your time. You get into a relationship with her, I can guarantee you it's gonna end. If a sister is not pro-polygyny, automatically she's insecure. You can forget about taking her down the aisle. It's not gonna work. You're dealing with a woman that have self-esteem issues. You're dealing with a woman that don't know that you're a man. And when a woman get with you and she's requiring you to be monogamous and be just with her, bro, you are signing up for death. Leave her alone. You're wasting your time. We're talking about women that have been around the block. We're talking about women that have high body counts requiring that you be monogamous. She dealt with 30 other guys in her past. While you're taking her down the aisle talking about, this is my wife, and you're all proud, you may now kiss the bride. You know how many other men she dealt with? Have that ever dawned on you? So what are you signing up for monogamy for? Yeah, but you know, if I tell her I believe in polygyny, she's not going to want to talk to me. So then let her go. Let her go. Listen, I don't care how fine a woman look. I don't care how cute she thinks she is. I will let her go in a heartbeat. If she's not pro-polygyny, I can't deal with her. You know why? Because she's a burden, she's a yoke, and she's a problem. And I don't got no time for that type of drama. You can keep her. I can guarantee you, all these women that are under this monogamous madness, none of those women are happy. Each and every one of their guys got some other woman on the side somewhere that eventually is going to come to the surface. Her heart is going to be broken and their relationship is going to end, and she's going to find a new man and repeat the same process over and over and over. It's just that simple, right? That's just how it is. If a woman is anti-polygyny, if she don't believe in her man having more than one wife, if she's totally against that, leave her alone. Don't even waste your time dealing with her. First thing you're supposed to establish when you meet a woman is you talk about your beliefs, your lifestyle, how you move as a man. If a woman is not accepting of you, leave her alone. She's a problem. You're talking about a woman that's been around, fam. Anytime you talk to a woman that claim that she's anti-polygyny and she's only monogamous and all of this stuff, I can guarantee you that that woman had so many different men in and out of her life. It would shock you. And to think, if she's monogamous, why none of those relationships have ever worked? Why it never worked? If her monogamous lifestyle is so great, why it never worked? Because no man is monogamous. But women think that they can somehow change you. They believe that they can change you. Somehow they're gonna emasculate you, because that's really what the proper word is. They want to emasculate you so that you no longer have any sort of masculine energy. Imagine that. Women believe that when you get with them, somehow you're gonna forget about being attracted to other women. It doesn't matter how fine you look as a sister. You can never be the type of sister that can satisfy a man, because anytime we talk about polygyny, women only think about sex. That's the only thing they seem to think about, but they don't think about their body count and all the men that they dealt with in their past. Do you understand me? Men are not monogamous. Men are going to be attracted to multiple women. That's normal. If you're with a man, sister, and he's not attracted to no other woman, you need to question your man's manhood. Something's wrong with him. If he's only interested in you and he's not looking nowhere else, something's wrong. That means that something's wrong with your man. He's not a man. A man is supposed to gravitate towards other women. He's supposed to like other women. He's supposed to be attracted to other women. Something gotta happen because he's a man. Right? So, if a woman is anti-polygyny, leave her alone. She's not worth anything. If you get with her, you're gonna have problems because you're dealing with a woman that's insecure. You meet any sister, you let her know exactly what it is. This is how you move. This is what you're doing. If she says, well, I'm not with that, I don't believe in sharing no man, as soon as a modern woman tell you she don't believe in sharing her man, tell her and ask her this: how many times have you shared your vagina? You're gonna get crickets. That's what you're gonna get. Because she know deep down inside that she's also into sharing that. For some reason, she ain't into sharing her man, but she shared her body. Let that make sense. Now, moving on. Another thing, most women will let themselves go in the marriage and avoid working out. This is another problem. A lot of you guys, when you meet women, right? Sometimes they're looking their best. They be in shape. They look good. You know what I mean? Everything look nice. But when they get into marriage, somehow over time, they let themselves go. And they don't really think that it's important to remain in shape. Now, a lot of sisters out here believe in working out, and that's cool. It's good to do that. At the same time, you got a lot of women that they let themselves go in a marriage. These are things you younger brothers especially, you got to be prepared for and understand. Because you have a lot of women that are in marriages and they let themselves go and they no longer look as hot as they once did. And that's bad for business, because when you have a husband, especially if you're the type of woman trying to keep a guy under monogamy, how you expect him to be attracted to you when you let yourself go? You gaining weight, you're not taking care of your health, you're not taking care of your skin, you're not keeping your body pampered, you're not, your personal hygiene is off. How you expect this man to be physically attracted to you when you're off? Like you're just off. You're not on point. You're not taking care of yourself. Like, you don't want to sign up for that, brothers. So you need to make sure that women understand that it's very important for them to maintain who they are. Yeah, women are gonna get older. We get it, but you can get older and move gracefully and look your best at all times. It's very important that you maintain your physical body and your physical health as a woman. Don't just look good outwardly, but make sure you're taking care of it on the inside as well. It's very important. And because of the lack of this, there really is no incentive of a man wifing up a woman when he know that the woman is going to most likely let herself go in the relationship because of her insecurities. And because she know that if you invested a lot of time in her, for you to leave her will mean it's going to cost you something. Hence the song, It's Cheaper to Keep Her. So you got guys that'll remain in a marriage because they don't want to leave, because they don't want to lose assets and other things. So it's cheaper to keep her. So you don't want to get with a woman like that just let herself go. Another reason why you should pretty much avoid state marriage. Modern women don't come to you as virgins. They don't. You see, in times of old, women were chaste, they were virtuous, they were humble, and they came to a man pure. They didn't have a history of dealing with Pookie and Ray Ray, baby mama drama, soul ties and different issues and drama. They didn't have those things. A man would wife up a woman when she was a virgin. He would go to her father and go to the father and request and ask, can he wife the daughter up? This is how it was, out of respect. Men didn't just see a woman in the street and just said, okay, I'm gonna go have sex with her. That would be, detrimental to your health back in the day. Hence the shotgun wedding. Back in the day, you couldn't do that. Back in the day, you couldn't take someone's daughter and just go have your way with her and, everything was cool. You couldn't do that back in the day. You know, you had to go to the father and ask permission. But in this culture, because there's no fathers in the home and the mothers are just there and the daughters are loose out in the street, it's very easy for guys to get with women and have sex and do whatever they want to do. This is why most young ladies in their mid to late teens, that's normally when they lose their virginity. Early, mid-teens, they lose their virginity to Pookie and Ray Ray. They either get pregnant, have about 2 kids before they're 20. Matter of fact, most young ladies have about 3 kids before they're 20 years old. Yeah. So it's pretty bad. So modern women don't come to you as virgins. So when they come to you, they're coming to you with drama. They're coming to you with a lot of baggage, a lot of hurt, a lot of pain. And it's just not cool. It's not something that you would want to deal with. You're dealing with a lot of spirits that she's coming with. Not to say that there could be no reconciliation or rehabilitation of her mind to make her meet for the master's use, but it's going to take a lot of conversation. It's going to take a lot of knowledge given to that sister to help her to heal from the trauma of the past. Because most of them will come to you broken. Women don't come to you happy, bro. Women come to you broken. You get a sister that comes to you, she's coming to you damaged already. A lot of times we buy electronics, we buy phones, we buy different equipment, social media things, podcasting, and it comes to us brand new. We can see that by the packaging is sealed. But the truth is, most women come to us, men, they come to us broken from previous relationships, abuse, different men they dealt with, trauma from a baby father situation. They had kids out of wedlock. So she's coming to us already done broken and damaged, looking for healing. She believes she's healed because she got a job, because she has a career. She believes somehow that she's the prize, that somehow she's gold, but she's not. She need the Most High Yah. She need to repent of her sins. She need healing. She need deliverance. She have a lot of demon spirits that she's carrying. See, a lot of women don't realize that they have a lot of demons. They believe that they're good to go. They believe that us men, that we all have the demons for some reason. They don't really understand this. And again, I'm speaking of righteous quality men, not Pookies and Ray Rays. Not the kind of men that you ladies deal with, that are trash, dusty beta male simps, whoremonger males that pump and dump women. You understand? I'm dealing with righteous quality men that are father material, husband material. These are leaders. These are men that have a plan. These are men that are looking for wives to build legacy with, not women to play with. It's very easy to play with women. The easiest thing to do in today's day is have sex with a broad. That's so easy. Easiest thing a man can do. But when it comes to making a woman a wife, it's a very serious topic. It's not something that you just go and do. You got to really find out how a sister is, because a lot of women are evil and you don't want to get with a woman that's wicked. You know, the Bible tries to warn us a lot. The Bible actually warned us about women more than anything. The Bible talks more about avoiding yourself getting involved with a crazy, wicked woman than a lot of different issues. And it's something that we neglect paying attention to. And it's very easy for us to fall victim because we're men and we're attracted to women. And a lot of times we look at the outer exterior. This is why the Bible tells us that beauty is vain, to warn us, because a lot of times we look at beauty and we figure, okay, she looked good. Just because she looked fine doesn't mean she's good wine. You got to always remember, bro, a woman could look attractive on the outside and be full of dead men bones and all uncleanness. She can have a satanic spirit. You just don't know about it. I know a lot of beautiful sisters and they're wicked. You know, these sisters are no good. Yeah, when you look at them, man, you'll desire them. You'll be like, man, that woman is real hot, real nice looking. But if you actually get to know and how she move, study her history, study her past, find out the things that she did, fam, it'll disgust you, the amount of things that women do on the low key. So make sure you understand what you're getting involved in. Another thing, most women already have kids or sexual experiences with multiple men and soul ties. This is another problem. You get with a modern woman, she come to you pre-packaged with a whole family already. Now you got to step into stepdaddyhood. Now you got to be a stepdaddy to kids that are not even yours. And because you like the woman, you're trying to make it work But at the same time, you got to deal with the baby father drama that comes with it. Why would you want to wife up a woman under those circumstances? It's a bad deal. Then you're dealing with the soul ties that she have to all those men. I told you in my previous stream, the baby daddy always have access to the box. That's just the way it rocks. There's no way around it, fam. You get with a single mom, chances are if the baby daddy is in the same city, he's still hitting it on the low key. I know you don't want to listen to that. I know you don't want to hear that truth, but it is what it is. Anytime she got to interact with that man, chances are he's getting it in with that woman. Those are the facts. Women will deny it. They'll say, no, that's not me. I'm not like that. Well, if you're not like that, why are you complaining? Why are you complaining? If that's not you, you shouldn't even be speaking because it's not you. So keep that in mind, brothers. They're coming to you with kids from previous relationships. You know what I mean? Our job as men is not to wife up a sister that already have kids from another man. It's a bad deal. Now, I tried to give them the benefit of the doubt many times on the platform. But as we see through the countless videos that I share, countless reaction videos, it's a bad deal, bro. You're signing up for death. Why would you want to put yourself through that? Why would you want to dedicate your life to kids that are not yours? Again, if a woman had one child, whatever the situation is, there's maybe a possibility you can work. But if a woman got like 2, 3, 4, 5 kids by different men, that's a bad deal, fam. It's a bad deal. Wifing her up, come on, fam. It's a bad deal. You don't want to sign up for that. You're going to be responsible. And again, we're going to come with more videos where a lot of you brothers are going to be held accountable for child support. If you get with women that already have kids that are young, under a certain age, and you've been with that woman for a while, and then you want to break apart, that woman could go to the courts, fam, and try to get child support out of you, man. Listen, y'all better know what y'all signing up for with the state. You get into that contract, you are signing up to be those kids' fathers, man. Y'all better wake up to what it is. You can't say, oh, those are not my kids. Those are not my biological kids. Fam, if you wife that woman up and the kids are small and you wifed her up under a state-sanctioned marriage, you have just signed up with the state, and everybody included, to be their father. You better know what you're doing, fam. You better know what you're doing. Sexual partners. Look how many sexual partners modern women had already. When she come to you, she don't come to you pure. She come to you with the experiences from other men. You ask a sister, do D size matter? She'll tell you, yeah. Why? Why does it matter? Because she's been with all these different guys. And the problem is, she's still trying to find that same feeling from the first guy that hit up her club. The reason why a lot of women have problems in the sex department with men is not that the man is not good in bed. The problem is she's been around the block. She had so many different experiences, she's worn out. She don't even know what love is. It takes a lot to get that woman off. It takes a whole lot because she done did everything in the book. So by the time you wife her up and you're trying to be intimate with this woman is comparing you to 1,000 other different guys that she was with, fam. That is sad, and that's a disgrace. That's sad. And then when you get in an argument, she's complaining about your D size, or complaining about your performance, and complaining about this, comparing you to other men. This is what women will do to you under those circumstances. You don't want to sign up for that, bro. See, if a woman is a virgin, she don't care about what is what. She don't know nothing. You see the point? Do you see the issue here? This is the problem that you brothers are going to be dealing with. And then you got to deal with the soul ties that she have from other men, the demons that she's carrying, the DNA from other men. When women deal with multiple men, they're taking in the DNA from these particular men. These are soul ties that are being created, spiritual soul ties. Why? Because she's an adulteress. When anytime you have sexual relations with someone, you became one. Bro, if you had sex with a woman, you made her your wife. You don't need a state contract to make the woman your wife. Once you consummate it through sex, you made her your wife already. We live in a land of adulterers and adulteresses. This is the land we live in. If the Most High really was going to really be serious when it comes to judging this land, a lot of us will be going to the lake of fire because of adultery. You know what I mean? This is why the scripture says that many people don't come to the light because their deeds are evil. You don't want to come to the light so that you could be reproved. You know? Anytime you engage in sexual activity, you already made somebody a wife. You already got married. So when these ladies are out here talking about how single they are and they're having sex with different men, no, you got married multiple times. You're an adulteress right now. Believe it, you are an adulteress. There's scripture in the Bible that talks about this. There's scripture in the Bible that talks about how there was a particular woman, I'm not sure about what chapter and verse, but I remember the Messiah said something about the guy that you're with right now is not your husband. I believe it was something with the woman that was going to get stoned or something along that point. He said the guy that you're with right now, you know, no. That's not that situation. I think that's where he was doing something and she was like asking him for something, and he's talked about how I'm the guy, I'm the Messiah. And she was doing something, and the Messiah said something along the lines of, you had 5 husbands, or you had 5 men, and none of them are your husband, and the one you're with is not your so-called husband. And she went around telling everybody that, yeah, this guy is the Messiah. He told all of my business. See how that was? So we're dealing with women that are dealing with multiple men. The Messiah had to call her out on her BS by letting her know, look, I already done know you out in these streets. I already know what you're doing. And see, there's a lot of women that believe that because they are sexually liberated, they could do whatever they want to do, that there's no accountability or, consequences for their actions. They've been lied to by Satan. They thought that they could open their womb for any man and everything will be cool. No, it's not. On the contrary, ladies, anytime you have sexual relations with a man, you're destroying your soul. You're creating soul ties with multiple men. And you're never going to get over these issues. This is why you have so much trauma, so much bitterness, so much issues with men, because you judge the new guy based on the previous guys in your past. And this is where you are. Any guy that come to you that's new, you hold him accountable for the sins of the other guys that you dealt with. So if you had 17 different brothers that you slept with, and a quality man finally come in your life trying to do right, wife you up, you treat that brother like trash. You treat him as if though he did you wrong when he did nothing to you. This is another issue that you're going to deal with as men. If you wife up women under state-sanctioned marriage, she's going to take out her frustration on you and blame you for all of the sins of all the previous guys she dealt with. It's unfortunate, but this is how women move. They literally would treat you as if though you're the guy that did them dirty. All her trust issues is not because you did anything wrong to her, it's because she's been hurt throughout her past. So she's gonna look at you as if though you're up to something wrong, as if though you're cheating on her. This is why you don't want to get with a woman under monogamy. You got to let her know from the start, look, I'm about polygyny. If you're not with it, you can go your way. What do you mean you're with polygyny? I just said what I said. It is what it is. Like, if you're not down with that, I'm out. Well, I don't want to do that. Well, then stay by yourself. I don't care. Because I'm not going to waste my time. Yeah, the Samaritan woman. That woman, yeah. That's the one I was talking about. All right? So now we got that out the way with the soul ties, sexual experiences, and the kids. Another one, a lot of women have serious trauma and deep issues from previous men. We pretty much talked about that too. Trauma and different issues from previous men. I got ahead of myself by talking about the previous one. You get with them, they're going to deal with the issues that they had with another guy, and they're going to blame you for everything. And it's not going to work. The relationship is going to fail. Any one of you brothers wife up any woman under the state-sanctioned marriage contract, your marriage is going to be over within 1 to 3 years. It's going to be completely over. She is going to file for divorce, and there's nothing you can do about it. That's just the way it's going to be. I understand you probably think that somehow you got hope. It's not going to happen. Your marriage is going to fail. And then when that happens, you're going to be on YouTube following all these other channels that been telling you the truth for many years. Don't do it. Don't try to wife her up under that marriage contract. You're selling your soul. You don't want to do that. Another thing is most women won't ever encourage you or praise you. This is another problem that modern women have. They don't believe in praising their man. They don't believe in honoring their man. You understand? They won't encourage you. They won't help you to do anything. They won't cooperate with you. They won't work with you. They won't pat you on your back. You know what I mean? When we look at Abram, right, his wife, I believe, called him Lord. And a lot of women have a problem with that. You have some women, they call their husband, in the Bible, they call their husband master. Women today look at that like, I'm not doing that. Only Jesus is my Lord. And see, this is a problem, because if women actually understood the scriptures, they would know that you as a woman are to look to your husband as unto the Lord. Oh yeah. But see, you don't read the Bible. You're supposed to honor your husband and respect him as unto the Lord, but you don't do that. See, if you did that, you would recognize your husband as the master. You would recognize him as that, because your reverence towards him proves your worship to the Most High. But you're not doing that. That's why none of your relationships work. Now, brothers, do you really want to sign up for state-sanctioned marriage under those circumstances? Do you really want to get with these modern women that are anti-polygyny? Is it all making sense to you now? Don't do it. You're signing up for problems. Don't be like that guy in the screen. Don't be like him. Right now he's smiling because it's for a photo. But I can guarantee you, it's not all that exciting now. And most likely that woman got a divorce already. That's right. So, that being said, we're going to sign out. We'll be back on later again for another live stream. Make sure you check out Pastor Dow's channel and subscribe to his channel. And check out that video that's pinned. It's very important that you do that. Yeah. Give a few shout outs. Shout out to Peter. Shout out to Peter for the 5 on the Cash App. Samuel for the 5 on the Cash App. Jeffrey for the 5. Quentin for the 10. Mr. Big for the 22 on the Cash App. Appreciate your support. Yeah. A lot of these women ain't mad with me, but we cleaning up house. Again, brothers, don't ever wife up a woman if she's anti-polygyny. I don't care how fine she is. I don't care how cute she is. If a woman is not rocking with you under polygyny, leave her alone, because no relationship she's in is going to ever be successful. She could prepare herself as much as she wants. If she's anti-polygyny, I can guarantee you, I can place bets on this, that her relationship is going to fail. We have too much data. There's too many videos. The stats do not lie. Modern relationships will always fail under monogamy. It's not gonna work. And the thing is, polygyny is the standard according to the Bible. And if a woman is not with that, let her go, fam. Let her go. Shout out to Devon for the membership, 12-month membership. Yeah. So shout out to everybody in the chat. You know what I mean? Appreciate everybody coming through for another one. You know what I mean? It is what it is. So we're going to be back with another stream later on. I'm going to probably do 1 or 2 more shows. And then we're going to pretty much sign off for the day. And that's about it. So y'all take care. Again, fam, send this video to all the brothers, man. They got to know this information. They got to understand this. You got to begin to hold women accountable. Don't wife up no sister if she's not going to be a helpmate to you. It's a bad deal Just because she look fine, she turn you on, that don't mean nothing. She gotta be wife material. If she's not submitting to your vision and your mission, leave her alone. That's all I'm gonna say on it, fams. Black Male Advice TV, best channel on YouTube for reactionary videos, commentary, criticism, and truth. Make sure you subscribe today. Click the notification bell for more content. And I'll catch you in the next stream. I'm out, fam. Peace.
If you like our content, consider supporting via Cash App at $Ringo TV Raw. Become a patron on patreon.com for exclusive video content not shown on YouTube. You could also support through PayPal at paypal.me/RingoTVRaw. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the bell to be notified of new content. Follow me on Instagram at Ringo TV Raw.
This is Black Male Advice TV, the only channel on YouTube bringing you the truth 100% raw and uncut. I'm out.